Applause. She's always got that creepy doll with her. The sacred Riana is a magic performer from Indonesia who became famous around the world after she appeared on the 13th season of America's Got Talent in 2018. She's known for being dark and scary on stage, which has made her one of the show's most talked about and controversial acts. During her time on America's Got Talent, Riana's performances were praised for being original and creative, but also got criticized for being disturbing and relying on shock value. She made it to the competition's finals, where she ended up finishing in second place. The sacred Riana is good at her craft and performs in such an amazing way that her performance is enough to make the bravest men shake with fear. If you're scared of the dark, you better get ready. It takes real talent to be this spooky. What really happened to the sacred Riana from America's Got Talent? Marie Antoinette Riana Graharani, also known as the sacred Riana, went to St. Ursula Catholic School and then went to college at the University of Banda Mulia. Her love for magic started when she was very young. She chose the name, the sacred Riana, because she thought magic was sacred and secret. The sacred Riana got her passion for magic from her magician father. She became a highly skilled magician through lots of practice and hard work, and decided on a horror movie-inspired creepy character. Riana's stage character is known for having no expression on her face and jerky head movements. She appears on stage with long black hair that covers most of her face. She often wears a long-sleeved dress and white tights, holding her doll Riana, which always wears the same outfit as the sacred Riana. She's mostly quiet and only talks to give warnings or instructions. Whenever she speaks, her voice shakes and sounds hard to understand. Besides doing magic shows, America's Got Talent isn't the only show she's been on. She was on The Next Mentalist. She became a judge on a show called The Great Magician Show. Even though she's not on talent shows right now, the sacred Riana still does other stage performances with her voodoo doll and other spooky helpers. She also shares her backstories on Spotify in a podcast called Kisah Horror. On top of that, the 30-year-old magician has her own snack brand. She worked with Overdose, a fancy popcorn brand, to create a flavor called X-Variant Mix, the perfect thing to eat while watching her performances. Beyond all the spookiness, this amazing magician is as normal as anyone else when she's not on stage. If you look at her Facebook page, you'd find pictures of her without her signature long-sleeved dress and voodoo doll. It almost feels weird to see a photo of her with her family members, which is so different from her stage character. She also has selfies that show her face without looking scary in any of them. Before making it to America's Got Talent, Riana performed on Asia's Got Talent in 2017, where she was crowned the winner after beating DMX Cambalenos, a Filipino dance group. Also in 2017, the sacred Riana placed second on the Trans 7 reality show. While some people found her acts very entertaining, others found them too scary and disturbing. Throughout her time on America's Got Talent, she gave very dramatic performances filled with horror movie experiences. Her dark performances made celebrity judges and audiences cringe in their seats. While growing up in Indonesia, Riana looked up to the magician David Copperfield. She got her stage character from a film character named Sadako Yamamura, the bad guy from the Ringu series films. The sacred Riana made it to America's Got Talent. As the second Indonesian to make it to the show after Damien Aditya, and literally stole the show, making it to the quarterfinals. But while on the show, she especially had a thing for messing with Mel B, one of the judges on the show. During the audition, the sacred Riana took a photo of Mel B and then showed different photos of suspected victims in a murder case on the desk. She had Mel B pick one of the photos and one name from the different names shown. Mel B happened to choose the name Bob. At the same time, the sacred Riana revealed Bob as the suspect, showing a picture of Bob in an old newspaper she held, which had no pictures before. The image of the victim also showed up in the photo Mel B had taken earlier. In episode 1309, Riana performed for Judge Cutts. The performance was about the illusion of the sacred Riana playing with an imaginary friend. She gave a super realistic and frightening performance that earned a standing yes from the judges and sent her directly to the quarterfinals. Getting to the quarterfinals, the sacred Riana took spooky up a notch. During her performance, she gave her look-alike voodoo doll to Mel B, creating an illusion where her doubles came out of the audience and swarmed to the stage while the real Riana went up a tower. This scared the audience and the judges. The performance was cut short after a scream of terror and a commercial came on. Following the terrifying performance, the sacred Riana couldn't move on to the semifinals and was eventually kicked out. Riana's performances were designed to be unsettling and were meant to shock and surprise the audience. The sudden cut left fans asking if the performance ended as it was supposed to. The audience was confused and expected it to continue after the break. Well, they eventually got their answers when the show came back and went to the judges' comments without explaining what had happened. At first, some fans were expecting a full clip on YouTube, but when the episode made it to YouTube, it was the same as what played out on stage. Some fans believe that what happened may have hurt her chances of moving forward in the competition. However, it turned out that the cut to the commercial break was not a mistake or system problem. It was actually planned from the beginning. According to a leaked document from the show's crew, the cut appeared 100% intentional. Meanwhile, it's unclear whether the cut was to get people talking, an attempt to be creative, or even both. Whatever the reason, one thing the cut definitely did for the sacred Riana was that it got sympathy from fans, so much so that her performance was the most viewed among the 12 performances for that night. Similarly, her performance hit over 1 million views that night alone on YouTube. Given that no other performance was memorable on that day, another explanation that can be given for her sudden exit from the show is the difference in culture. The sacred Riana grew up in Indonesia, her home country, which is an Asian country. Understandably, the idea of magic would lean toward Asian culture, which obviously didn't appeal to the American audience. For instance, American illusionists. And audiences are used to magic acts where the tricks are the most impressive thing about the performance. Meanwhile, the opposite is true for Asian audiences and illusionists. Asian magic shows focus on the plot, and illusions are added to the performance. When the story has been set up, the difference from the usual explains why some Americans who watched her performance never found it impressive. In fact, some viewers refused to vote for Riana because they thought her act wasn't scary enough. This may also be the case of a culture clash. American horror often includes jump scares and disgusting and shocking images, while Asian horror focuses mainly on curses and spirits. After leaving America's Got Talent, the sacred Riana went on to Britain's Got Talent, the champions in 2019. Yet again, luck was against her as she was eliminated in the early rounds. Overall, the sacred Riana didn't make it to the finals of America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent, so she moved on to star in movies. She made her acting debut in her own horror movie titled The Sacred Riana, Beginning, making her the first AGT contestant to have her own film. The production is impressive, and the trailer alone got over 3 million views. Later, she starred in Stargirl, a Disney film in 2020, where she played the character Grace of Wonderwall. But later that year, she appeared twice on Masters of Illusion. The first time was in late May, and the second followed in mid-June. The sacred Riana didn't stop there. In July 2022, she starred in the sequel of a movie, The Sacred Riana 2, Bloody Mary. Also in 2022, the sacred Riana made a guest appearance on Indonesia's Got Talent during Fritz's grand finals performance. Later that year, She reached the semifinals of La France et Incroyable Talent Season 7, while the sacred Riana has appeared on the big screen as a well-known horror-inspired character. She is pretty much like you and me. Her talent has put her name in all things mysterious and eerie. She might make a big comeback on TV soon.